Hi guys, it's me again, and I'm back with another video in the series of making 16th century German/Prussian nobleman's garb. Today is a video about braids. Now, the fabric that I chose to use is very mucky, so it's more of a wearable mock-up. Here they are. They're pretty basic. I still have trouble with putting waistbands on, so it's still rumply, but when I'm wearing it, it doesn't really matter because one, no one will see it, and two, when it's all cinched in, it already looks part of the waistband. This video it's not very heavily research based, unlike the past two videos. A lot of that research was because I had to input the shirt into a Kingdom A&S competition, and this one was more of a pentathlon. I didn't enter the pentathlon because this took so long, but I still ended up winning a sponsored prize. So yeah, it's really cool. The braids, you can find a lot of information already in the Medieval Tailor's Assistant, but the Medieval Tailor's Assistant does show short braids and more of the thong type style, and a lot of documentation that you can find in period is definitely in paintings, particularly paintings of Jesus's crucifixion, more or less the people in the background. I'm not Christian, so I don't know much about who is there, but usually the two people depicted with him are wearing underwear of the period, so you'll either get the thong ones or like the little booty shorts. But yeah, so that's a really quick, interesting, easy way to find underwear of what they had during then. All in all, these came together really quickly. It was very surprising, even though it was like hand-sewn. It was just like a couple of seams. Like, it's very basic, but yeah. Also, the stain on this fabric, with it being right here, it is most likely coffee or something because this is like an old tablecloth. It's still linen, and I wanted to have something that was just like not the best because I wanted to try it out. Like, the fabric, again, it doesn't matter, no one's going to see it, and even so, I can still enter this into better fabric if I want more, and I do have plans to make more, so that's okay. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So first off, I always draft my patterns outside of doing these videos. I just find that it makes the videos much shorter and it's easier to do, as well as I don't feel like to put in drafting stuff into the videos. But I'm just comparing my pattern here. I only did like a quarter of it so that way I could flip it back and forth and see how it would fit on this fabric. I thought I could get two at least out of this, but after I made changes to this pattern, it did not fit at all. I originally wasn't going to wash this fabric, but after I saw how gross it was, I had to. And this is after 15 minutes of soaking. Look at that water. After it was washed, it already looks so much cleaner, even if the stain is there permanently. The stain on the fabric does give me murdered vibes, which I find kind of funny. But yeah, so once I get all of that done, I process the fabric and get my pieces cut out. So after cutting the pieces out, I start by sewing up the crotch seam. It was the shortest seam by far I've ever had to sew. Like, look at that. Once the crotch seam was done up, I did the side seams, and again, very quick, very fast. Here I'm just calculating half of the waistband measurement, and then drafting that out. Before sewing the waistband onto the braids, I punch in my eyelets. This is just a process I find easier to do before. Using a buttonhole stitch, I just quickly sew up that hole there. Once the eyelets are in, I flip it inside out, the band, and then attach it to the braids. I found this one was a tad bit big, but I just put in like a couple pleats evenly, and when it's all drawn together, you can't really see anything if you were looking at my underwear. You are too close. Once the front has been sewn on, I fold down about a centimeter and a half and whip this edge down. And lastly, to finish the edges of the leg holes, I guess, I just kind of roll the edge and whip that down as well. The following behavior is fatherless behavior.